Hello Year 6, Mrs Green here with another spelling lesson for you. Right, from today we are going to have a new spelling learning objective, and that learning objective is going to be to learn to spell the shul sound after a consonant. So let's think more about what that learning objective actually means. So, consonant. Well, if we think back to all the letters of the alphabet, I'm sure we can all remember the vowels A, E, I, O, U, and all the other letters, where there's 21 other letters, they're referred to as consonants. Now, the shul sound. Before I tell you any more, can you write down on a piece of paper any words that end in the shul sound, and let's see how many you can think of. Okay, so here are some examples of words ending in the shul sound. You may have some of these words on your list, or you might have some different ones, but let's go through these for now. So, influential, partial, artificial, special, confidential, essential. All of these words end in the shul sound, but what do you notice about the shul sound? Pause the video now and just have a think. So, yes, of course, you've all spotted that those words that we just wrote down, the shul sound is spelt in two different ways. Influential is spelt with a T-I-A-L, partial T-I-A-L, confidential T-I-A-L, essential T-I-A-L, but artificial and special, the shul sound is spelt with a C-I-A-L. That makes it quite tricky. How do we know which shul sound ending to use? Think back to those words that I just showed you and let's investigate. Why do you think certain words ended with C-I-A-L and others ended in T-I-A-L? Did you notice anything in particular? Now, let's have a go at this one and see if we can investigate this too. So I've shown you two pictures as kind of picture clues for you to guess two words ending in the shul sound. One of them ends in the C-I-A-L and one of them ends in the T-I-A-L. So the one picture clue was for racial. The other picture, which I know we would all recognise, the President Trump, and the word is presidential. Now look very carefully because I have colour-coded the endings and I have also underlined certain letters. So investigate. What does that tell us about the rule for using the shul ending? Now have a look at the root word. Does that give you a clue? And here we go, the rule of thumb. So, when the stem of the word ends in a consonant, add shul, so add the T-I-A-L ending. So let's just go back just to clarify that. If we look very carefully at the stem, so if we look here, the root word ends in a T, but also the root stem ends in an N, which is a consonant. So if it ends in a consonant, either the root word or the stem, you add T-I-A-L onto the end. If it ends in a vowel, you add on C-I-A-L. Okay, your turn. Using what we just learnt about the rule, if the word stem ends in a consonant, add T-I-A-L. If the word stem ends in a vowel, add C-I-A-L. Have a go at completing these words. Pause the video now. Right, let's reveal the answers. All the words ending in T-I-A-L, confidential, torrential, substantial. And the words ending in C-I-A-L, social, official, superficial, financial, beneficial, artificial. Right, take a look at your word list for the rest of the week. Torrential, confidential, essential, potential, partial, spatial, influential, substantial and martial. Bearing in mind that our learning objective was to spell the shul sound ending after a consonant. Right, quiz time. Some of you might know the meanings of some of our spelling words this week, some of you might not, but we can all have a go anyway. So I'm going to read out the clues, which are on the left. And while I'm reading out the clues, I want you to write down a word as your answer, which will be a word ending in the shul sound, ending in the tial, shul sound. Having control or authority. Private, to be kept secret. Relating to or occupying space. Falling rapidly in large quantities. And we've got an extra challenge for you, which is a new word, which is not one of your spelling words this week, but it is a word ending in the shul sound, a word that means describing a large, splendid building. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, having control or authority. Influential. People tend to always follow people who are influential. Private, to be kept secret. Confidential. Relating to or occupying space. Spatial. Falling rapidly in large quantities. Substantial. And here's the challenge one. Did anybody figure out the word meaning describing a large, splendid building? Okay, here's a new word for you. Palatial. Right then, another helpful strategy to help you learn how to spell these words. One that I would say is one of my favourites. Try segmenting the words. Segment them means splitting them up into ways that will help you learn it. For me personally, I find it really beneficial to segment the words into syllables, to segment them how I would say the word. An example of that is circumstantial. Circumstantial. Your turn. Have a go at writing down your words from your list by segmenting them into syllables first. On to your challenges today. For 1 chili, can you sort your spellings into alphabetical order? 2 chili, can you find the root word for each of your spelling words? For example, a word that we looked at earlier, presidential, the root word of presidential would be president. And 3 chili, find the root word for each of your spelling words and decide on the word class as well. Are they nouns, verbs, adjectives? And check your answers using a dictionary. If you don't have a dictionary at home, it's sometimes worth Googling the answers as well. Right, before I announce today's Year 6 class winner in order from 4th place to 1st place, I just want to say well done to all the children who have been logging on to Spelling Shed. Okay, here we go. So, in 4th place we have 6G with 11,919,278. In 3rd place we have 6R with 29,678,202. In 2nd place we have 6M with 30,428,152. Very close, 6R and 6MR. And who's going to be 1st place? Of course, it's 6P with 39,003,428. So well done, 6P. Of course, 6P need rewarding now. So I'm going to reward a whole class dojo aspiration to 6P. They've obviously all been aiming very high, so well done 6P. And let's see if 6G, 6M or 6R can catch 6P.